NKTelco Sports welcomes you to high school volleyball tournament action. This game brought to you by Minster Bank, Keyhole Pizza, 21st Century Kitchens, Elmwood Assisted Living, Schwieterman Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, NKTelco, Francis Furniture, St. Mary's Trucking, Cy Schwieterman, West Staff, Radio Hospital, First National Bank, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. This is an NKTelco Sports production.
Welcome to Troy High School and tonight's regional semifinal volleyball match between the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers and the Jackson Center Tigers. I'm Jeff Henschen. Alongside me this evening is Ben Ayers. And Ben, we get a treat tonight. We get to see the defending state champions, Jackson Center Tigers, trying to defend their title. They're undefeated this year, facing a Lehman Catholic team that's won a few state titles in the past years under head coach Greg Snipes. And Lehman Catholics come in to earn this spot here with some very hard-fought wins in their past two tournament games.
Yeah, Lehman has played 4 tournament games so far, the first 2 in straight set victories, but the last 2 against Springfield Catholic Central and Russia have been 3-2 heavily contested battles. So they've definitely had to work here, whereas on the other side, Jackson Center, again, 25-0, straight set victories. In fact, they haven't even lost a set since September 3rd when they played New Bremen all the way back then. So it's you know, like you said, they're the defending champions. These two teams also played each other earlier in this year. Bremen won that match 3-0 as well. So Lehman's definitely going to have the challenge and the battle of trying to keep pace with the #1 team here in the state. But it's tournament time. Crazy things happen.
Yeah,
that's why you play the games.
That's true. That's why you do play the game. Coach Snipes mentioned 3 tournament titles. Coach Metz, the defending state champions, who we mentioned on the other side. Both these coaches, long time coaching seasons at the same school. So obviously the knowledge with that is high level, and the players have performed well as well. So when we come back, we'll take a short break, and when we do come back, we'll have the opening serve here on NKTelco Sports.
When you choose Radio Hospital for your wireless needs, you get 13 convenient locations, no waiting and long lines, premier service after the sale, and all the latest technology. With locations in Lima, Findlay, Minster, Kenton, Defiance, Napoleon, Wauseon, Bryan, and Archbold, we are right around the corner from you. Visit us today and experience the Radio Hospital difference. We are simply neighbors serving neighbors, providing a refreshing alternative to high-pressure stores. Radio Hospital is your Verizon Wireless premium retailer.
At 21st Century Kitchens, we know that every home has a style to go with it. From first-time homebuyers to families with the pitter-patter of little feet to teenagers taking over the kitchen, 21st Century has what you want, customizing the style, layout, and price point to fit your budget. Kitchens by Craftmade and quality cabinets, countertops by Wilson Art and Cambria, along with availability of granite, marble, and wood.
See what's in store behind the yellow door for your 21st Century Kitchen.
Welcome back to Troy, as we're just about ready to get our opening serve tonight. And before we do that, let's go ahead, Ben, and talk about our keys to the game, brought to you by Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Salina, where the dealer makes the difference. First, we'll go Jackson Center.
Starting off with Jackson Center here. Definitely want to play with confidence. And again, coming in 25-0, want to just keep doing what they're doing and just, see this as another step that they got to take to keep moving on. And also work on their blocking. They got a big height advantage. Can they use their height at the net to control that area? On the other side, for Lehman, need to serve aggressively. They got to try to take Jackson Center out of their movements and motions and try to prevent them from getting into those offensive sets they want to get into, and also get the middle involved. They can't just keep setting it out. Their big hitter Chapman, they got to get the middle involved too. So they're working all sides. And let's see what happens here. Should be hopefully a good contest, and winner will have a chance to move on and face New Bremen this Saturday.
Regional final ticket is at stake here, as again, the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers under head coach Greg Snipes, the Jackson Center Tigers under head coach Kim Metz. We'll square off here as we're just about ready to set. Again, Lehman, they played here, well, both these teams did on Saturday. Jackson Center rolled through their game in 3 straight sets. Lehman, on the other hand, took nearly 2 hours to dispose of Russia Raiders. Opening miscue there on the serve. So the each team has a good feel. We saw in the first game with New Bremen and Lorme, New Bremen didn't get a chance to play in here on Saturday. They had a number of service errors. There's a lot of room in this building, and maybe depth perception on that serve caused New Bremen some troubles, but these two teams each had a chance to play in here on Saturday. Now they're coming back in the regional semis and hope to come back on Saturday for the regional finals. Cassie Meyer, the leading attacker for the Tigers, gets her first kill as the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers in the net. A quick 2-0 lead for the defending Division IV state champions. Chapman, who's been a very good attacker for the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers. Cameron Haney, left-hander out of right front, and Chapman delivers. Sydney Chapman, her first kill, averaging 6 kills a set. More importantly, she doesn't make many errors. A .505 hitting percentage, and even above that, half of her kills, over half, have been kills. So she's a very aggressive swing attacker. Is Meyer able to use her length? Again, Jackson Center, a very tall team. Meyer, 6'6'1", and able to use her reach there, stay out of the net, and give the Tigers their 3rd point.
And we got some good players here. Cassie Meyer, Player of the Year in the Shelby County League. Other side, Chapman, player of the Year in the Northwest Central Conference. So 2 top players from their conferences battling out here.
Tandem block there by Kristen Ware and Cameron Haney. They block it back, and the Cavaliers knock it out of bounds. So a termination block, and continuing to serve for Jackson Center, 6'2" senior Alicia Kessler. Another good double block by the Tigers. Meyer out left front, downtown, but out of bounds again. That was tough to stop. Fortunately for the Cavaliers, it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, the block there, good positioning. Don't credit him with the block that time, but making Meyer have to adjust her hit. The only place she could go was out of bounds.
Elkert, the set. Haney taps it over and inbounds, and another nice control there at the net by Cameron Haney, has had to stay out of the net and gets her attack to drop for a kill. And that served by Haney, and I apologize, I'm pretty sure she got the kill the last time. Yeah, rotated
killing
back.
An ace.
Gotcha, so she moves back to the back row, and quickly the Tigers of Jackson Center on top by 4. Chapman near the net, pushes it over. It's played by the Tigers. They'll go back to Chapman. Touch back and block, number 12, Kristen Ware with the contact. A 5-point lead for the Tigers. Coach Snipes will take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with him. You're watching girls regional semifinal volleyball on NKTelco Sports.
Your parents have given you so much throughout the years. They were there when you won first place. Your first heartbreak. Your first car. Your first wreck. Graduation. Planning that special day. Is it time to give back? Give your mom the life she gave you at Elmwood.
Coach Snipes takes a timeout. Usually they don't spend a lot of time in a huddle with Coach Snipes, but this time his team down by 5 and using basically the full 60 seconds to try to help his team settle down and try to get a good first touch so their offense can get to work and stop this Jackson Center run of offense right now.
Yeah, it's Jackson Center. You're coming out doing exactly what you need to do. You're the team that's undefeated. You got to come out and impose your will on the other team and kind of make Lehman feel like, hey, we're Jackson Center. We're the team to beat here, and they're definitely doing that so far.
Attack here by the Cavaliers gives the Tigers their 8th point. Haney continues to serve, and right now Lehman really stuck in the mud. Nothing, can't get to the first good touch, can't get into offense, and a lot of standing around. So the Tigers a 7-point lead. As that attack is going to be a violation on the setter. Alexis Snipes, I believe she made contact above the net with the ball. And so right now everything going in the favor of Jackson Center. This time Snipes able to get a nice pass. They go to Chapman, and it'll go down as a kill. There for a second I had notions it was going out of bounds. The Tigers make a play on the ball, fortunately, and that will give Chapman a kill and the 3rd point for the Cavaliers.
That was going to be a close one. She had a little topspin on it. I don't know if it would have dropped in or not, but Jackson Center player tried to make a play on the ball. Another kill for Chapman.
Chapman goes to the back row to serve. Haney will set. Meyer will attack, and it's dug up by the Cavaliers. There was a touch, and they're going to say Lehman was into the net. I believe Ellie Scott made contact or made the violation, so give the Tigers the point. Cassie Meyer, number 31, a 6-foot senior, hits it into the bottom of the net. So the Cavaliers will take that break, and going back to serve is their libero, Madison Hussey. Hussey, a 5'5" senior. That one out of the reach of Haney. Back-to-back mistakes by the Tigers. And back-to-back points for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, Hussey and Chapman, the two captains, both seniors for Lehman. Players are going to have to lean on if they want to try to compete here with Jackson Center tonight.
Vanessa Winter on the attack for Jackson Center. And with the winner, though, is Ellie Scott, the left-hander, a 5'8" junior out of the right front. Gives the Cavaliers a 3rd point, so give credit to Coach Snipes' team. After kind of a few plays where they really seemed out of it, flat-footed, have battled back, still trailed, though, by 5. That's the bad news, so they need to continue this string of offense and work their way back into this ball game. Good termination block at the front row for the Cavaliers. That is number 11, Abby Shutt. And she's one of the team leaders in blocks, averaging nearly a half a termination or half a block a game. And
you got to build, right now if you're Lehman, you just got to build on this. It's, the rough start, but hey, right now you're competing, and you got to have those little victories that you can just keep building upon as you move forward.
Snipes free balls it over, and this will give the Cavaliers or the Tigers a chance. Scott, good touch by the Tigers, allows them to get into offense. And with the winner down the sideline is number 20, I believe it was, Miranda Hickey with the kill. I believe it was number 20. Or else is number 30. 30.
Winner with the winner. Probably never heard that one before, huh?
Never, but now I have. So the Tigers back to a 5-point lead. Chapman from beyond the 10-foot line sends a good one over, and Tigers keep it alive. They're going to free ball it over. Chance for the Cavaliers to get in the system. They really don't do much with that opportunity. And taking advantage of the opportunity is a 6'1" sophomore, Raquel Kessler. And if you pay attention to some of these sizes, Kessler 6'1", Kristen Ware 5'11". Cassie Meyer 6 foot, Alicia Kessler 6'2". I mean, those are players that are on the court a lot. Termination block, 13 and 34, the Kessler sisters, Raquel and Alicia.
Yeah, there's that size. We talked about setting that block up. Kind of saw both things there. Lehman trying to use their middle. The block there was strong for Jackson Center.
Chapman, knowing the taller front row was there to probably contest, a little high on that attack. Coach Snipes burns his second time out. His team trails by 8. We'll take a break and come back with more volleyball here on NKTelco Sports.
Schwiederman Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiederman purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Welcome back in set 1. It's been so far mainly all Jackson Center Tigers. They own the 8-point lead, and Coach Snipes now out of timeouts, but needs to try to get his team focused again and see if they can mount a challenge.
Yeah, they had a little run there with Hussey serving. I think they scored 4 or 5 points, but Jackson Center regrouped, able to build the lead back up, now up to 8. And he said out of timeout. So whatever's going to happen here, Lehman's going to have to battle through try to get back in this first set.
Serve put into play by Kristen Ware. Attack is touched and saved by the Tigers. And into offense quickly, the Tigers go. Raquel Kessler with the kill.
She's been big the last handful of points here. She's got 2 kills and part of a block there. And so we're going to see, and you mentioned the height. They got a lot of players they can go to as they're rotating through front and back.
Kristen Ware, 5'11", senior. And it's going to be a long attack, nearly would have been outplayed by Meyer. Kessler swings, it's picked up by the Cavaliers, and Ellie Scott swing is also picked up, so the block termination was pushed back by number 2, Ellie Scott. So a big point for her, number 2, Ellie Scott. She will come out. Boy, the Cavaliers needed something, and maybe that'll kind of spark their offense here a little bit. Served by Lauren McFarland. Caught tape, was able to be played up, and that one drops. A one-armed attack by Chapman, not able to be controlled, so give the kill to the Tigers. And they go back now to a 9-point lead, so tough road ahead for the Cavaliers. Good eye by number 1, Madison Hussey, as up until about the last couple feet, she had intentions on playing the ball and realized it was still at head high and just left it go.
Yeah, that was that very last second adjustment that she made. I don't know if there was communication there from her partners in the back row. Let her know, let it go.
Camille Odell with the serve. Cameron Haney, left-handed approach. Played up by the Cavaliers, and a set was very close to that. It stays alive. Haney hits it wide out of bounds.
Almost felt like there was 4 touches there.
That's what I was thinking. I was kind of trying to count in my head quickly, but boy, no one said a word, so it must have been legal because there wasn't any objection. With authority, number 34, 6'2", senior Alicia Kessler.
Lehman's got to get some kind of a block there. If you
that
let that
wide
size
open.
come to you with no obstruction to your path there, it's just going to be money every time.
Chapman off the touch records the kill. Sydney Chapman, again, a very good hitter for Lehman Catholic at 6 kills a contest, or 6 kills a set. Back to work. The Tigers go. Cassie Myers' attack is nicely played by Lehman, and the setting error against McFarland will give the point to the Tigers as Alicia Kessler will now serve. The Tigers on top by 8.
You can see a difference there in that front row defense. They didn't get the block, but they got the touch, kept the ball up in the air, gave them their back row and a chance to keep the play alive. Unfortunate error there by the setter. But give that girl Chapman a chance.
Good things will happen as, again, she's been their workhorse and records a strong, aggressive attack to give the Cavaliers their 12th point to still trail by 7. Jackson Center got off to a quick start, and they've basically never looked back. They've been able to answer any type of small run the Cavaliers have tried to make with one of their own. Chapman will try again, and she muscles another one through a couple blockers for the Tigers. Off the hands of Raquel Kessler, and Chapman another kill.
Yeah, Chapman right now finding success. It's, going to the senior, able to get set up and squared up to the net that time. Another good swing on the ball. Her 5th kill of the first set.
Snipes off the top of the tape, and it will drop. Give Alexis Snipes, a 5'7" sophomore, the ace. As Jackson Center made a nice play on it, but again, that top of the tape really throws off the timing, and in this case, the Tigers not able to keep it alive. Cavaliers have climbed back to within 5. As
that first pass so important, and their miscommunication there. You got momentum on your side and let the ball fall down in front of you.
Cassie Meyer gets a kill, and again, it was one of those where thought it was going to be out, but boy, you mentioned with when you got momentum, not second guessing. It's easy to sit up here and say, well, they should have played it, but a break for the Tigers as they get back to the 6-point lead and get a termination block from 12 and 31. Ware and Meyer quickly back to a 7-point lead for the Tigers. Just 4 points remain. Cameron Haney, the service ace. And it's a full go now for the Tigers, playing with a lot of confidence. Coach Snipes will substitute, and really that's an unofficial probably timeout, just something to try to help slow down the Tigers. Out of timeouts. An 8-point cushion. Haney will serve. Snipes runs it down, and Chapman's attack is played up. A lot of room on this court, and the Tigers able to bring it back into action, and Chapman's attack is picked up.
And gets that back up to that left outside position where she's been successful.
Chapman again off of the hands of Winter. Sorry, that was Hickey. That was Winter. I'm getting my numbers screwed up and need my glasses on. So a break for the Cavaliers. They'll take advantage, or they'll gladly take that here with a 7-point deficit facing them, and now their leading attacker will serve, Sydney Chapman. Free ball over, and that was going to be nearly out. It's played up by the Cavaliers. They'll go to Chapman, and that is a wide right shot. Tough break as the Cavaliers probably could let the ball go out, and then when your best hitter hits it wide right, it gives the point and the ball back to the Tigers.
Yeah, credit here to Lehman. They've, Jackson Center jumped out to that big lead at the very beginning. They've played them pretty even here definitely the second half of this first set.
Good swing by Raquel Kessler. It's played up by the Cavaliers. Another chance here for the Tigers. Overpass will be touched down. I believe it was number 12 there in the front row.
I don't even know if there was a touch. I think just a little intimidation factor. And
into the net, drops to the ground. Set point for the Tigers as they have maintained the margin, and Meyer uses a tape. It's played up by the Cavaliers. Ellie Scott's attack goes long, and the Tigers roll to game 1 victory, 25-15. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have game number 2 here from Troy High School on NKTelco Sports.
If you want to save 70% on your heating, cooling, and hot water costs, the answer is right under your feet. Let New Knoxville Supply install a water furnace geothermal system and use the natural temperature from the earth for a more constant temperature in your home. Also ask about our new Symphony home management system. Control temperatures, track energy usage, and receive safety alerts for everything, including your sump pump. All from anywhere, anytime. Now is the time to calculate your savings at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Welcome back here as game 2 is just about ready to get started. The Tigers roll Ben in the first game, beating Lehman 25-15.
Yeah, again, that big start by Jackson Center just built that cushion. As we said, Lehman was able to kind of play even with them there that second part. And here comes that big front line starting off set 2. As we have a block immediately down for a point by number 34, Alicia Kessler.
Kessler and also Vanessa Winter also go up together, and that's, again, with Kessler up there, that's a big wall to get around, but Lehman gets a nice ball in the system, and they score to tie it up at 1 apiece.
Yeah, Chapman there picking up where she left off, 6 kills in the first set, and she's definitely the player to go to, again, player of the league in her conference. And when it comes to striking the ball, she's definitely the best on her team, and see a lot of action coming her way, I'm sure.
Kessler's attack picked up. Chapman will get to go to work again, and she delivers right in front of Cassie Meyer. Chapman again heating up, and the Cavaliers are going to need that plus probably a little bit more to help them upend the undefeated Jackson Center Tigers. Good timed approach there. Termination block for number 15, Mallory Hussey. Leads the team in blocks with just over a half a block per set, and did that one all by herself.
Yeah, good play. We're going to see a lead extended here as a run to start off here at Jackson Center. The first point, 4 in a row here for Lehman Catholic.
Well, if you're Lehman Catholic, if you were told you're going to start out 4-1, you would have taken it, as serving now continues to be number 11, Abby Shutt. Cameron Haney with the kill as the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers into the net. So Haney with the kill. Tigers will try to cut into this lead. They will send it deep. Service error against Jackson Center.
A good communication there for Lehman. We had several balls in that first set that we thought were kind of 50-50 in or out. That one there, Lehman decided to let it go, and right decision this time.
Cavaliers a long way to go as they shove it into the net themselves with back-to-back service error. Will give the point, the third of the game, to the Tigers, and they trail by 2 with Alicia Kessler serving. It'll be free-balled over, so the offensive unit for the Tigers will get a chance to go to work, and Cassie Meyer delivers a strong attack, a kill for Cassie Meyer.
Yeah, good execution there, a good pass, good set, leads to the good spike, and that's when the game looks simple, is when teams execute that way.
Ellie Scott, her attack will be touched back and probably could give a block to the Tigers, as it was not cleanly played after that. Again, that front wall there, and for Scott, kind of a difficult attack, being a left-hander in that front right or front left, difficult angle for the ball to attack. And this time she's able to muscle it through, and she'll go over to the right side. Cameron Haney, another left-hander, again out of the right side. It's more natural, I believe, for the left-handers to hit out of the right front, and we have 2 of them with Cameron Haney, 23, and Ellie Scott, number 2, kind of.
You don't see that combination. Sometimes you'll see a player with left. It's odd. You see each team have a lefty. And you said right now, you got Cameron Haney kind of in the power position. And
Scott will have to wait and then rotate over. And she slides around now as the ball goes over. Jackson Center, Cassie Meyer, good elevation and good swing. We saw a couple good hitters in our game 1 tonight. Paige Jones for New Bremen, and also Kaylee Barhorse for Fort Laramie. Talk about some girls that can accelerate. We got some good ones here tonight. And Meyer for Jackson Center, and also with Sydney Chapman for Lehman Catholic. During this timeout, we'll keep it here, and I'll let Ben go through our sponsors for tonight.
I want to thank our sponsors tonight. Allow us to bring you the high school regional semifinal action here from Troy. Sponsors are Radio Hospital, 21st Century Kitchens, Elmwood Assisted Living, Sweeterman's Pharmacy, New Knoxville Supply, Keyhole Pizza, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, NKTelco, Francis Furniture, St. Mary's Trucking, Cy Sweeterman, and West Staff. Again, scoreboard sponsor brought to you again by First National Bank, Think First. And we also are going to have the luxury of giving away a player of the game tonight for Sydney Lehman, which is sponsored by the Sydney Walmart Subway.
Thank you to those sponsors. Again, allow us to do this. And tonight it's regional semifinal volleyball at Troy High School with the Cavaliers of Lehman Catholic playing the Tigers of Jackson Center. Chapman's attack out of bounds. Right now it's the Tigers of Jackson Center up 8-5 as they had trailed, if I'm not mistaken, 4-1. Is that correct, I believe? So there's a point back to Lehman, but the Tigers quickly erase that deficit and build a 2-point lead now.
Yeah, Jackson Center able to kind of settle down after that rough start here in set 2 and get things back, get things going again. Again, it was down to the execution there as they started cleaning things up.
Tigers go to work with Meyer out of the middle, and she's attack, I should say, is saved, but it's going to be a free ball, so you're going to give a very potent offense another chance. Haney tips it over, and now the Cavaliers will go to work. Kind of a awkward rotation there, or I should say system, but boy, getting the set right where she wanted it was Kristen Ware, and able to deliver at the end.
Yeah, Ware, I think that's her first kill I've seen her have, but she's been a part of 4 different blocks, so been very active at the net. Not a whole lot of chances at swinging at the ball yet, but comes through there.
Haney serve, touches tape, it goes over. Another good swing by Kristen Ware, give the assist to Raquel Kessler. As Kessler happened to had to be in the right spot at the right place, if you will, and she gave a nice ball to Kristen Ware. And Ware's had a very nice floor game for Coach Kim Metz. Coach Greg Snipes on the other side of the net. His team needs to find an answer here as the Tigers have got it going now offensively and defensively. That approach, attack is into the net. Just knowing those blockers are there is really appears anyhow to have gotten into the mindset of most or a lot of these Lehman Catholic attackers.
Yeah, for a block to be effective, it doesn't always have to lead to a block. It's making the players adjust. Sometimes it leads to an error. Or again, it's putting your other defenders know how to adjust if that block's in place. As we saw earlier, Lehman didn't have a block set up one time, and it was, they stood no chance. So that block helps set your defense up, allows you to get in position to hopefully defend a hit.
Chapman records a kill. And a rare hitting error by Raquel Kessler. And that gives the Cavaliers back-to-back points. They trail by 3. Serving for the Cavaliers is their libero, Madison Hussey, 5'5" senior. Haney back sets to Meyer, who, again, with the Cavaliers expecting the velocity, she took a lot off. The changeup drops nicely over the front row blocker and inbounds. And Cassie Meyer having a nice game again. She now has the Cavaliers back up by 4.
Yeah, 3 kills set 1, 3 kills here in set 2.
Good attack out of the middle for number 11, Abby Shutt. 5'9" freshman, so an underclassman here come up with a big kill on the front row against a very good front row line defense of the Jackson Center Tigers. Ware's attack is picked up. Cavaliers go to work. Lauren Larger, number 4. Now the Cavaliers have put together some much more positive plays, and they've, by doing so, have drawn back to within 2.
They said just a 2-point game there, and it's, Lehman's competing with them. They're staying right with them. We've seen some flashes of Jackson Center, but Lehman's not backing down, and they're trying to find ways to stay with them. And 2-point game, anything can happen.
Raquel Kessler, tough to stop the 6'1" sophomore when she gets to set high in the air, and she's able to deliver down the side. So the Tigers squelch the Lehman Catholic run momentarily, and they will continue to now, or I should say, give the ball to Kristen Ware. Larger's attack is played over. It will give the Cavaliers another chance here. Larger again, it's a little tight to the net. On the second touch, Alicia Kessler likes what she sees and finishes it with a kill of her own.
Yeah, who needs a set on the second hit when it's right there? And good effort by Lehman just to get that ball back over, but Jackson Center taking advantage of the opportunity there with the free ball and the kill on the second hit by Kessler.
Kristen Ware. Hussey gets it up, and the Cavaliers try to go quick. Tigers doing a nice job pushing it back. Short set. Played up nicely by the Cavaliers. Point. Termination block, number 13, Raquel Kessler. Good timing by Kessler, and That'll cause the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers to take a timeout. They trail 15-10 here on NKTelco Sports.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Welcome back as Coach Snipes takes a timeout. His team trails by 5 and hoping his team can pull it together here against a very good Jackson Center team. Gonna have to really put together some positive plays and try to win some battles here as the Tigers, they're the real deal, undefeated this season. As you mentioned earlier, they've lost 3 sets all year, 2 to New Bremen, and I think you said 1 maybe in their first game against Marion Local.
Very first game versus Versailles. Yeah, they lost 1 set, played Bremen in a 3-2, highly contested. I think they even were down 2 sets to.
They did lose the first 2, and they came back and won the next 3. Speaking of New Bremen, they won earlier tonight. Their coaches, I should say, are here watching this match. They will take on the winner. So if Jackson Center continues their run here, they will have a matchup with the New Bremen Cardinals on Saturday. Lehman Catholic trying to make that outcome a little bit different. They've got a tough task at hand right now, trailing in the match 1-0 and trailing in game 2 now by 6 points, 16-10.
That was a very highly contested point there. Both teams were taking swings at the ball and digs and good passes and just a mishandle there by the setter.
Unfortunate to see a volley like that end the way it did. After a lot of extended play back and forth. Larger's attack long. Larger came up with a kill a couple possessions ago, but that one sails out of bounds and quickly now back to a 7-point cushion. 8 points remain for the Tigers to garner game 2.
Yeah, Lehman, Chapman in the back row now. Can they find someone from the front to get a hit, or are they going to go to the back to Chapman? Here's another block by the height, number 34, Alicia Kessler.
Vanessa Winter also up there. Kessler, the taller of the two, at 6 feet 2 inches, and Vanessa Winter at 5'8", making it very difficult for the Lehman Catholic offense to get rolling here in game number 2.
Eight total blocks so far in the 2 sets, 4 in each by Jackson Center.
Kessler throws it down, and it's a legal play, just a big arm swing, and anywhere you get it in her wheelhouse at 6 feet 2 inches, she has a lot of opportunity to make a play on the ball and can chase it down and make it very difficult to try to block.
And unfortunately, on Lehman's side, they don't have anyone with her height to kind of put up there and compete with her.
Chapman's at 5'11", and she's in the back row. She's the tallest Cavalier on the roster. This is her right here, and again, you feel the frustration, if you will, or the confidence right now of the Cavaliers. Everything they're hitting seems to be going long, and knowing they've got some would-be blockers makes it very difficult just to get a good swing on the ball. Back row attack they go again. Chapman so a violation of some sort. Be a point for the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers as the Tigers were in the net. Serving now for Lehman Catholic, Camille Odell, number 10. Haney, a short set to Kessler. There's a good time block by Chapman and also by Schutt. Is good tandem blocking here. I believe it was Chapman that probably got the damage, but they both were up. Well timed on the shorter set by the Tigers.
It was
overpass.
Quick set, and it was short, so that I think that helped the block there. Overpass there lead to a kill for Chapman.
So Chapman finally now in the front row. We've seen her be active in the blocking and attacking mode. Cavaliers still down by 7. Kessler touches it over and it drops. Tough break. Again, when things don't go well, it can just manifest or grow, as 99% of the times that play happens again. Lehman Catholic can make the play easily and keep the ball going. It just dropped there and did not work out for the Cavalier offense.
It was almost, instead of a I got it, it was like you got it. And
About like
someone talking kind of.
Fly ball in the Indians game last night, and game number 4 to kind of help the Cubbies win game 4. And as we're playing right now, it's game 7 in Cleveland with the Indians and the Cubs. And my partner Ben Ayers is telling me the Cubs are already on top 1-0.
Hopefully those bats stay hot for the Cubbies.
Hopefully the Indians pitching gets better and they can pull one out. So we'll let that go. That is the Tigers attack, and it's played by the Cavaliers. And Chapman to work down the line, just out. Tough break, didn't miss by much.
Thought there was a chance, maybe a touch again with that block set up there. But around the block, out of bounds. 22-14 in favor of Jackson Center.
Another block, Meyer and Kessler. They recorded 23rd point. Again, another block is into the contest for Jackson Center is number 20, Miranda Hickey, getting some court time. She's a 6-foot senior as well, so they continue to reload with some taller players here in set 2. Chapman touched back. Again, Kessler and Hickey go up together. Probably was Kessler that got the touch, and that's a number of blocks. You said earlier how many.
Yeah, I think we're up to 10 total blocks so far in 2
probably
sets.
5 for points, or at least.
They've all those.
Wow.
Everything I marked here are blocks that led to points. So.
Gotcha. Service ace there by the Tigers, and they dominate game number 2, 25-14. We'll take a break and come back with game number 3 here on NKTelco Sports.
You owe it to yourself twice a year a checkup at Minster Dental Care. Our specialized doctors, Jim Overman, Jim Myring, Sean Sharp, and Philip Slunkowski, are ready to give you the smile you've always dreamed of at any stage of your life. Pediatric, orthodontic, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry are just a few of the services offered. Our latest advancements include CEREC dentistry that allows us to create and deliver a crown in one convenient visit. We're located on State Route 66 in Minster, 419-628-3380 to schedule your appointment today. You owe it to yourself.
Jump, jump. What? Oh, come on. Set.
Plastic surgery is very expensive today.
Jet!
Jet?
Come on, shoot him.
Need more bandwidth? Switch to NKTelco and run all your devices.
Welcome back to Troy High School. We are just about ready to get game number 3 started. The Tigers of Jackson Center on top of the Cavaliers of Lehman Catholic 2-0 quickly in this match. And Ben, we've seen the Tigers dominate, and the Cavaliers need to find a solution or their season is going to end tonight.
Yeah, the front row play and the blocking skills of Jackson Center have just dominated so far. Again, 10 total blocks, which, again, one of the keys of the game that we discussed at the beginning of this. Just Jackson Center struggling with that. Chapman's had some success, but even on some of her swings now, they're able to get her squared up, and they're not just touching the ball, they're getting blocks that are leading to points.
You mentioned, the blocking, also playing with confidence. I haven't seen any letdown or, they've come in, the Tigers, respecting Lehman Catholic and not giving them any room to really wiggle. It's been a good smoke there by Chapman. The Tigers have not really forced any errors, so they've made Lehman Catholic earn everything that they've gotten tonight. And really Jackson Center just a few errors in each set so far, so they've played very clean. Attack brought back to the Tiger side. Haney tips it over. It will not be played up, so Cameron Haney, left-hander, gets the soft touch to drop. Winner of this match will face the New Bremen Cardinals Saturday back here at Troy High School. Cassie Meyer delivers. Woo. Not many second chances when those overpasses come over. for whatever, the blocking is never there either. It's like the offense doesn't adjust or can't get there quick enough, so it's.
They're almost focused on trying to get the ball to play it over. They know it's tight on the net. But, man, Meyer, no doubt in that one there.
Chapman gets a good swing on it, but it's touched and played by the Tigers. And Cameron Haney back-to-back off-speed shots, records her second kill, I believe, here early in game 3. Close set, but Chapman able to muscle around the defenders. Good play by Chapman. That was a difficult ball to play with the blockers of the Tigers, and then herself staying out of the net, but yet finding a place to put the ball.
Yeah, Chapman with good skills, and there you go, the dreaded service error as you're trying to keep pace, trying to do anything. And Lehman played pretty well in the second half of the first set. Started off the second set pretty well, and then Jackson Center kind of imposed their will to pull away. Chapman with the hitting error there, but it's finding that consistency.
Yep, that's what good teams do. They can give you one, but come back with 2 or 3 of their own, and need to find a positive way to make plays. As a shot will go down as a kill. As Chapman, I believe, hit Elkert, but Elkert okay as Chapman records the kill. Coach Snipes for the Cavaliers, Coach Metz for the Tigers. Haney, a good swing.
The third kill here early in this set. Those first two, like you said earlier, were kind of change-ups. That time she had the opportunity to get behind the ball, come up to it, set her feet.
And make a good solid attack, and now she'll be in the back row serving her team on top by 3. Knuckleball, give it an ace. No spin on that one, and Haney having a good game number 3. Just another one of the weapons, if you will, for the Tigers offense. Seems like they all take turns out throughout the match, and tough to defend when you don't know who's going to be the attacking force. Meyer has been consistent all year, and she's a given, and still knowing it's coming, still difficult to stop.
Yeah, sometimes talent just prevails, and you can't lock the effort of Lehman. Meyer's able to get up in the air pretty well. Good swing on the ball, and a lot of velocity, a lot of power coming when she strikes it.
5-point lead for the Tigers, and a free ball, and against a good team like the Tigers, that's usually not a good sign. And Raquel Kessler takes advantage of it. Maybe wasn't the best system of offense, but it worked for the Tigers. Coach Snipes' team trails by 6. We'll take a timeout with him. You're watching volleyball regional semifinal action here on NKTelco Sports.
The big game is right around the corner. Are you ready for it? Come into Francis Furniture and find the right fit for you and your friends in our Lazy Boy Comfort Studio. With Lazy Boy Premier sofa and sectionals, you can custom order a look that's just your style. Choose from hundreds of decorator fabrics or choose genuine leather for its luxurious feel and durability. Come into Francis Furniture today, the area's only Lazy Boy Comfort Studio.
Coach Snipes and his squad will try to bounce back here. They trail by 6 in what is an elimination game for the Cavaliers. They trail 2-0. And the Tigers, again, have come out and they've just played clean. Like I said, they haven't overlooked the Cavaliers. They've put it right to them, giving them no breaks whatsoever, and have basically dominated the first 2 sets and are playing very well here early in game 3.
Yeah, looking at the error columns here, Jackson Center just four hitting, serving, and unforced errors in each of the first 2 sets. So taking care of the ball, you're going to have some errors. But for the most part, playing clean, executing most of the time, and that's putting the pressure on the other team and putting them in positions to make more errors.
Kristen Ware with the kill, and you're right. When you always force the other team to come up with a play, and of course a lot of Jackson Center's offense has been very aggressive, it's very difficult sometimes to keep it in system, and the Tigers continue to pound, and nice job here defensively by the Cavaliers. And just as I finished my sentence, Meyer, tired of going through or against the hands, hits it where they're not.
Yeah, the deflection deflection block the first time there by the two blockers of Lehman Catholic. Myers said, forget it. I'm going to go over top back corner this time. And you'll see those adjustments made by those players. You know, they're going to set up the same way. Players are rotating around. She's able to do something different, make an adjustment.
Bump set to Chapman and blocked down. Kristen Ware and Cassie Meyer. Another termination block, and a number of those here thus far in this match so far. And Haney's been serving for a long time. She had a good start with a couple kills and to put her team ahead, and she's been back there for a while. That streak will end as Sydney Chapman records a much-needed kill. Cavaliers find themselves trailing by 8. Chapman serving.
See how Lehman can do. We saw them struggle a little bit as Chapman had to go to the back row earlier.
Into
now
the
she's
net.
Back serving, and see how Lehman can compete up the front, taking their power hitter out of the front. Into the net.
The Cavaliers were into the net, so it'll be a point for the Tigers. Yeah, you're right. They've now with your leading attacker, although we have seen her, Chapman that is, get some sets from the back row, and maybe she can find some success being farther away from the blockers. Does a nice job getting the pass up to the setter, and boy, quickly they go to work. I can't tell if it was 2 or 15. Number 2, there we go, Ellie Scott. That was a nice offensive rhythm. Bang, bang, bang. The Tigers, that big front row that they often apply, not able to get there.
Lehman jerseys aren't making it easy on us.
No, they're not.
Blue numbers on blue jerseys.
I don't think they wore them last Saturday when I was here. It was a lot easier to see then, but we're working our way through it. As going up high and with a nice job defensively, Kristen Ware with the kill. Taking advantage of it, staying out of the net and muscling it down. No chance for the Cavaliers. A 9-point lead now with Ware serving for the Tigers. That went off of the hands of Ellie Scott. A 10-point lead.
And Lehman trying to find something to build up on here. 10-point lead, down 2 sets to 0. It's kind of quite the mountain to climb, but you're going to see Coach Snipes' players keep competing.
Cross-court shot defended and played up. And the Tigers' attack also played. Boy, nice defensive play by Kessler running down the attack. And Meyer from the back row. Her ball is also played. So back it goes for the Tigers. And long cross-court hit. Number 20. 30. I've got those numbers backwards all night. Vanessa Winter with the kill. So we'll take a break here. Another timeout by the Cavaliers. Your score, Jackson Center 16, Lehman Catholic 5 on NKTelco Sports.
There's a lot of early mornings that go into 40 years of service, a lot of miles on these tires, and millions of pounds of cargo have traveled in these trailers. It's about dependable service, the kind of service that shows up 30 minutes early every time, that gets your products, cargo, and business from point A to point B safely, quickly, and efficiently. We are St. Mary's Trucking, traveling the roads of commerce in Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Kentucky. Men and women who produce the solutions that make your business grow, because the most important thing to them is you.
Lehman Catholic backs against the wall here. They trail in the match 2-0. They trail in this set by 11, so they got to do it all themselves now. They've used all their timeouts, and see once if they can try to find again a way to stop this very aggressive and very good defensive Jackson Center team.
You can see there's a reason Jackson Center is undefeated. They're just not a one-sided team. They got a strong offense, good system working there.
Good
the
blocking,
size, good blocking, good defense. We've seen some good rotation, good hustle plays.
Yep, they run balls down when they are the loose balls. Are able to track them down, and I think they've served pretty cleanly as well tonight as well. So they've always forced the enemy, in this case Lehman Catholic, to make a play. Lehman Catholic will go to work here with Lauren Larger. Kessler attack long. That's Alicia Kessler.
It's kind of a little bit of a lower set there, not able to get over top the ball, or just a solid strike right at it and just send it more of a straight line attack, lands out of bounds.
Lauren McFarland, a freshman, serving now for the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers. Another short set, and it's tapped down. Number 34, Alicia Kessler, responds after hitting it out of bounds.
Went for the different approach that time.
And really, with her size and ability, just able to push it where the defenders are not. 18-6, your score. Chapman back row attack is played up nicely by the Tigers, and they go right back to Meyer on the back row, and her attack carries long. One of the few hitting errors that the Tigers have committed, but you know, an aggressive hitting error, if you will, because it was very close. It was a good swing.
Yeah, you're going to have those. You're not going to play a completely clean game when you're hitting the ball, especially when you're trying to hit it with that much power. It's not going to always work, but one of the few hitting errors we've seen. She's going to try it again. This time she's able to get it down. Good dig by Hussey in the back row.
Free ball to the Tigers offense. Haney liked what she saw in the second approach, her second touch. Her attempt, though, goes out of bounds, and 10-point deficit now, still faces the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers. Odo puts the ball into play. Kessler's tap is pushed back, and her next one is hit into the net, so a little bit of momentum here now for Lehman Catholic. A long way to go, but
we went from Jackson having hardly any hitting errors to three of the last 4 hits.
Yeah. Right? When we start talking about it, then things happen. So they'll change the volleyballs out, let that one dry a little bit, put another one into play, and Camille Odell will serve for the Cavaliers. Winner's attack picked up, and the free ball again, not able to take advantage. Are the Cavaliers are going to give the Tigers a chance to get into rhythm. Nice dig by Hussey. Chapman's attack blocked by Haney and Kessler.
Again, very active in the block department tonight. 13 total in the 3 sets we played so far.
Knocked over, goes outside of the antenna. Hitting error will give the 20th point to Jackson Center. Into the contest will be number 20, a 6-foot senior, Miranda Hickey, number 20, and serving is number 30, Vanessa Winter. Chapman off the tape and inbounds, muscles it past the defenders, and Sydney Chapman, unless the Cavaliers can make a heck of a comeback, will have her season along with the rest of the Cavaliers come to an end. The seniors, I should say, as there's an attack for the Tigers off of a Cavalier. It's an 11-point game. Kessler goes back to serve. The Tigers 4 points away from earning the match. They will play New Bremen on Saturday. And that time Chapman wins the battle. A couple blockers, but Chapman able to muscle it down.
Again, another very dominating performance by Jackson Center. Looks like they're going to do another clean sweep 3-0 here and continue that streak again. It's been, tomorrow it'll be 2 months since they last lost even one set in a match.
Cassie Meyer in rhythm and liking what she saw and delivers. And you know, Jackson Center, they knew coming in they would have to play a clean game. Their way so far here has been fairly easy. You get that when you're the number 1 seed through the Southwest District. You play a lot of teams that are lower seeds, and Jackson Center, give them credit, they've stayed focused, and they knew coming in tonight that this would probably be their best test so far, and they have done it very well, you know, taking advantage of their skill level, and they've competed well and basically dominated. Lehman Catholic, though, continues the battle as well.
You got to give Coach Metz and her team kudos for, you got to respect the process, kind of like you're saying. It's another kill there for Meyer, but you just can't. It's tournament time. crazy things do happen. You got to look at every game one at a time and come and take care of business. And 2 points away here from finishing off this match, going up against New Bremen, a team that's also been just red hot lately.
Yes, they've won straight sets, I believe, all through their tournament trail and really not tested too much, although faced a good Fort Laramie team tonight, but dominated them.
Yeah, Bremen just had that kind of middle of the season, a couple little stretches, and Snipes going to give sub out some of his seniors here, give them some respect and appreciation for the service they've done in their time with his program.
Number 8, Sydney Chapman sits down. Her season done. Quite a volleyball player is Chapman. Snipes will go short. And boy, Tigers keep it alive. And Meyer delivers for match point now for the Tigers. 24-12. So what's at stake now will be a rematch, as you mentioned earlier, against New Bremen and Jackson Center on Saturday. A match Jackson Center won earlier in the season 3-2. And with the winner, Kristen Ware. And that will conclude the match with a 25-12 victory by the Jackson Center Tigers. So the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers end their season, again, against a very tough opponent in the Jackson Center Tigers. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap things up here from Troy High School. You're watching high school volleyball regional semifinal action on NKTelco Sports.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwieterman Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
As a business owner, do you find yourself reviewing too many applications, or are you the job seeker filling out dozens of applications in an attempt to find employment? West Staff has been bridging the gap between employers and employees since 1988. Jobs range from manufacturing and clerical to specialized fields such as quality control and engineering. West Staff has the ability to operate as your company's entire HR department or simply payroll employees on an attempt-to-hire basis. West Staff, your partner in business.
Welcome back to Troy High School, where the Lehman Cavaliers have fallen to the Jackson Center Tigers in straight sets, 15, 14, and 12. And tough night for the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers. Ben, a very good foe in front of them, and the Tigers again came in and did not let up. Made it very difficult for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, Coach Snipes and his players came in, gave their best effort. Again, a team they faced earlier in the year lost 3-0. Just got to give credit to Jackson Center for coming in and taking care of business. But congratulations to Coach Snipe and his team making it to the regional semifinals as an accomplishment. And again, just running into the #1 team in the state. As you make it this far, the competition is going to pick up. And congratulations also to Jackson Center. Some stats from the game. On site at Jackson Center, very consistent play all over. Kristen Ware, 5 kills, part of 5 blocks. Raquel Kessler with 4 kills. Cameron Haney with 6 kills. Cassie Meyer led with 12, and Alicia Kessler with 5 kills and also part of 6 blocks. So again, the net play was big in favor of Jackson Center. On the other side, leading player, senior in her final game tonight, Sydney Chapman with 17 kills, also part of 1 block. Ellie Scott with a couple kills, Lauren Larger with a kill, Abby Shutt with a kill, and an ace and a couple blocks. But just overall, Jackson Center, a complete team, a lot of players. As I read those stats, they're just kind of full. And Jackson Center just took care of the net with their blocking, played with confidence, able to be successful tonight.
Yep, it was a tough task. We knew coming in for the Cavaliers, and unfortunately the Tigers didn't let up and didn't give the Cavaliers really any momentum to build upon. So a tough break, but a good season, as you mentioned. Congratulations to Coach Snipes, his team, regional semifinals, a good achievement. Before we leave here, we want to go through, obviously, and go through our player of the game tonight. That is brought to you by Sydney, the Subway in Sydney Walmart. And for the Lehman player, it goes to?
It's going to be Sydney Chapman again, playing in our last game tonight as a Lehman Sydney Lehman Catholic Cavalier. Again, 17 kills, 1 block, building on top of the great resume she already had, coming in as Player of the Year in the Northwest Central Conference. But again, another great showing. You can tell she was the one player on the court not intimidated by what was taking place. She was still trying to play her game, making adjustments throughout. So congratulations to Sydney on a great career and another successful night tonight. That will wrap things up here from Troy High School. Our crew for this evening on camera, Joe Weaver. Our production crew involved Daniel Allen and Isaac Self, and my partner tonight, Ben Ayers. I am Jeff Henshin. We hope that you enjoyed this telecast. Once again, Jackson Center defeats Lehman Catholic 3-0 here in regional semifinal volleyball action. Thanks for watching.